3 things I did and still do that helped me go from being miserable and crying about my life to now being excited and fulfilled. Number 1, realizing that I was in control over my life. And if there was something I didn't like or a situation I didn't like, I could change it. Number 2 was setting up a successful morning routine. Whether that's drinking a matcha or a meditation or a walk in a podcast, create a morning routine that makes you excited to get out of bed, even if it's something small. And lastly, something I've done and I'm still doing is creating goals. Once I create a goal for myself that I want to quit my job and work for myself full time, boom, that helped light a new fire for my life to keep doing things. So whether it's big or small, create a goal for yourself that you have something to work towards.
Presence, or being presence, is you operating in full power over your mind. So most of the time when we feel anxious or we feel depressed, it's because we latch on to a thought or thoughts that put us in a loop that take us back to the past, to a time that has already happened, or to a future that is yet to happen. And the key thing to remember here is you watch your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. Look, the moment you identify with your thoughts, you think that's who you are, that is when you give your mind the reign over you. That's when you make it your master instead of your servant, which it should be. For example, you could have a random thought come into your head like, I want to kick this person in the knee. That doesn't mean that you're actually going to do it. At least I'd hope so. And that's literally just an example of how thoughts constantly fly in and out of our mind. It doesn't define our character and it doesn't affect our behavior. The thoughts of who you want to be as a person, the thoughts of who you think you are deep down as a person, are the thoughts that you give attention to and identify with. Deep down, you really believe you are a generous person, those thoughts are going to fly into your head a lot. And those are the thoughts that you identify with and you put attention on, and your actions end up being generous. When you go down the rabbit hole of a thought that comes up in your mind, you get taken away from where you are right now. You're everywhere but here and now. And whenever I find that happening to myself, I just tell myself to be where my feet are right now. Feeling those sensations of the body, feeling your fingertips where they are right now, where your feet are right now, is an anchor to bring you back to the present moment, so that way you don't follow your mind down the rabbit hole and get lost. Overthinking confuses the fuck out of our subconscious mind. Think about it. All the knowledge you've absorbed from experience and studying is in your subconscious mind right now. It literally takes down everything, especially when your emotions are involved. So when you're fully present, you let your subconscious breathe. And then, only then, is when your knowledge and your authenticity can flow out of you so effortlessly, because you're here right now. You're nowhere else but here and now. If you know or have heard of the flow state before, you know what 100% full presence is. And if you don't know what the flow state is, it's 100% pure focus and attention in the now, in the area where you are skilled in, but you're also being challenged too. Think about flow state in this chart right here. When you have a subject that you are skilled in some sense, you feel more control, relaxation, and excitement. But when you are up to a challenge in that department, you feel some sense of anxiety, worry, and apathy. All of these together with your full attention in the present moment is going to put you in a flow state. You are separate from your mind. It's literally just a mega tool that we have. For you to really get this, think of your mind as a tiger or as a bear in the wild. It's super strong and super powerful, but untamed. Now, think of yourself as the animal tamer. Your job is to keep the animal under control, calm, and able to assist you. When you are not present, it's like having the animal give you a tough time or even trying to attack you. And when it's trying to attack you, that is your mind hitting you with anxiety, depression, and overthinking on the regular. But when you are present, it's like the animal listening to your every command, loving you, and fully under your control. The book I recommend everybody to read or listen to is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Not gonna lie, this book expanded my mind so much in terms of the power of presence and how vital it is for our day-to-day lives. You're gonna learn a lot in here, especially to realize that you're not your mind and that you have full control over it. If you've already read this book, let me know your thoughts on it. If you haven't, go tap in and then let me know what you thought about it.
Hi friends, so here's an alternate meditation practice for anyone that doesn't want to sit with their eyes closed. You can do it while you're walking, biking, driving, or really anytime. So here's what you do. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to consciously take note of everything you can see in your environment. You do that by putting a little C on everything you see. So as I'm walking, I'm like, oh, cactus, rock, water, and I'm just like, see, taking note of everything that I see. You can also take note of things passing by you, things moving this way, or focus on a point in front of you. And if you notice that your mind starts to wander, don't go hard on yourself. Realize, relax, smile, and return. The next step is called hear. Just take note of everything that you can hear. I hear water running, I hear birds chirping, I hear insects buzzing. After you've done that for about 10 minutes, you can combine both of the senses together. I hope you guys love it.
Fun fact about your brain when it's feeling really anxious is that it doesn't respond to positivity. My name is Lakaya, by the way. I've been a psychotherapist for the last 7+ years now. And the one thing that I have learned is that you cannot effectively deal with anxiety by shoving positivity down your throat. The key to dealing with anxiety is to be present, not positive. And don't get me wrong, positivity has its place and I really love it. I use positive affirmations all the time in my personal life and with my clients. But the thing about your brain is when it's feeling really anxious, that means it's at a heightened emotional state. It's stressed out because it senses some type of threat. And during that moment, your brain does not care about your positive affirmations. It cares about keeping you alive, so it doesn't respond to words. So the thing that's most effective is I use the 3R method with my clients. It's called recognize, regulate, reframe. I have a 4-step formula that my clients use. That's in my starter kit. A lot of people use it, and it allows them to be able to work with their thoughts and emotions instead of against them. And literally in a couple of minutes, take their anxiety levels from a 10 to a 2, and they're able to have their control back.
Mental health tips part 2, tip number 4. Coming from someone who is a sensitive sister, and I practice this, so I know it works. There is so much power in being intentional with the first actions you take when you wake up every day. When we first wake up, we have the opportunity to set the tone and vibration for the day. Also, your subconscious mind is way more permeable to new ideas and belief systems when you first wake up. Being intentional with the first actions you take to begin your day will boost your self-esteem because you're going to show up for yourself and you're going to be proud of yourself for showing up for yourself, which will inevitably boost your self-esteem. It's going to have you feeling more accomplished on a daily basis. Now, these intentional actions that you would take will be forms of mindfulness such as affirmations, exercise, visualizing, meditations, journaling, or even limiting screen time. You know, what you don't do intentionally is also just as impactful as what you do intentionally. I'm telling you guys all of this because my mind is in such a great place today, and today I chose to show up for myself. I chose to wake up early. I chose to do every bit of my mindfulness, every aspect of my mindfulness routine that I do before any screen time, before being on TikTok and vibing with y'all. I did that for myself and I feel good, and it's early and I already done got a lot accomplished because I chose to be intentional, very intentional with my focus and the actions that I was taking when I first woke up today. You know what I'm saying? And I feel good and my esteem is high right now, you know, and I want y'all to feel this. So I am encouraging you today. Be more intentional with the actions that you're taking to begin your day. Create a small list, a task list of daily non-negotiables that you will choose to practice for yourself when you first wake up. Inevitably boost your vibration. This will allow you to have better days. You will show up for yourself a lot better. So this is your encouragement. Create a non-negotiable list of intentional actions that you're going to take for your betterment, your peace of mind, and your overall fulfillment every day before you get on socials or reply to anybody, okay? Get off your phone and get on your mindfulness. Yes, ma'am. Let's talk about the coffee. So I have implemented some new mushrooms into my regimen, you guys. This is the herbal coffee of the day. We have chaga, turkey tail, cordyceps, lion's mane, and ashwagandha. I'm super excited about this.
You don't need discipline as an artist, you need devotion. Because creativity rewards those with the highest self-respect, not with the most talent. Start treating each part of your day as important as a ritual. You will start to understand what self-respect actually means. What you eat when you shower, cook, especially clean. When you do your hair, if you do so with consciousness and an act of devotion, of love as you do it, you will end up having the most respect for yourself. Because when you plate your food instead of eating it out of plastic, that is self-respect for you. When you clean your clothes, that is self-respect for you. It is also gratitude for everything in your vicinity. Everything you touch has energy and meaning. When you make a ritual out of your life, you make your life a work of art. Because this is all there is. It's the same day over and over and over. And you're waiting for this moment in the future where you'll have money or the material objects around you to start respecting yourself. Start today. You are missing out on the meaning of your own life because you are rushing around like a headless chicken, and that's what capitalism wants you to do. It wants you to go as fast as you can, so time just races and you miss your whole life. You miss the significance of your life. And you throw your clothes on the floor. You put your clothes on the floor where you walk with your feet. Because if you took the time to pick up that garment, put it on a hanger, and feel the energy of what that garment does for you, you would appreciate it. You would stop buying a million things, but you don't. You just stuff everything into a drawer. You don't even hang things up because you don't even care. And that's what capitalism wants you to do. It wants you to forget about everything you've ever bought and your emotional connection to it, so you keep buying more things. Find the joy. Does this spark joy? Did we just forget that? I'm talking about things that actually bring beauty, joy, and happiness to your life.